Welcome everybody to our first interview player profile of the London Lightning. I'm Tom Fraser, joined by Nick Okorie. Nick, thanks for joining me here today.
Anytime.
Newly acquired, you started with the London Lightning just this season, but I want to take it back even further, a long time ago, to when you were born, when you grew up, or where you grew up. You were born in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Is that correct?
I was born in Minnesota and moved to Houston when I was like 8 or 9.
Yeah, so you went to high school, Texas, and played college ball there. Just give me a glimpse of what it was like growing up down south.
It's different. It's really hot, so you don't really get these temperatures like you get up north. That's pretty much the reason why my mom moved from Minnesota. She got tired of the blizzard. And then like down south, it's really like a football town. So I grew up playing football before I actually even picked up a basketball. I really didn't pick up a basketball, play organized basketball until I was in the 9th grade.
So why make the change then from football to basketball? What is it about basketball that you love?
It wasn't even really a change. It was like I was playing football and I needed something to do during the off season when the season wasn't going to stay in shape, and then something that I could still be really competitive at doing, and it was basketball. And then I ended up facing like a little knee injury and I sat out for a little bit and I missed 1 year of football, and I just started working really hard at basketball, started getting really good at that and started getting recruited, so it just kind of changed.
So you went down south, or you stayed down south to play college ball down there. What happens after those few years that you play college ball and you're trying to make the transition? Are you waiting for calls? Or are you still trying out for teams, still working out? What's the transition?
The thing that's kind of crazy about it is like sometimes like when you have like pretty good college career, like my college career, I wouldn't say it was great, but it was decent. It was very consistent. So as I was playing, I was getting emails and people coming up to me and saying they were really interested about, being my agent and stuff like that, and that they could help me after college. So once the season's over with, because you're not really supposed to talk to agents and stuff during the season. So at the end of the season, once the last game is, that's when I started contacting some of the agents back, and just to see which one fit, which one has like a better track record that can actually help me in the long run. So.
Sure. You've played over in Europe, you've played here in Canada, you've played in the States. Are there differences or similarities between all three?
There's always similarities and there's always difference. Like in the States, it's actually crazy how athletic, especially being down south, how athletic some of these players you play against. So in the States, I would say in college, I had the chance to play against like Blake Griffin and DJ Augustine, some of these great NBA players that are playing today. And then overseas, they're more. They take more into their technique and stuff like that. They're more grounded. They use ball screens, dribble with their left hand, right hand. Really good at shooting, and they spread the floor. So they're more, smarter. They don't use as much athleticism as they use in the States. And then you get to, Canada and then Texas, you get to mix all this stuff together. It actually, progresses your learning a lot faster than I would say some of the other players that just play in one general area. So.
Coming back home, from out east to southwestern Ontario, sort of closer to Houston, Texas, not quite, but what do you think of London so far? What is it? What do you like about London?
London is a great city. It's like, to me, it's somewhat like how my college town was a little bit. It's not too big of a city, but at the same time, you got the college feel. There's a lot of colleges, universities around. You got very, kind people, open people, and have great fan support. Like, you just walk around the town and people see you and just be like, hey, how are you doing? How's the season going? That's sort of how I felt when I was in college. And that always makes you want to stay around. And always makes people want to come back, talk. And when people are greeting you like that, it's just a great feeling. So.
Sure. Well, a lot of the fans want to know a little bit more about the players and what they do off the court. Yeah. Have you got any hobbies? Anything that you do in particular? Are you a gamer at all?
I'm a gamer. I like to play a game. It keeps me grounded, keeps me from running around. But I love to shop. I love music. I like listening to music. I used to play the piano and the drums a little bit when I was younger. So every now and then, like when you hear music, I don't even really have like a specific field of music that I like. I like bluegrass. I like jazz. I like country. The only thing I don't really mess with is like metal. Like I can't really. It's too high tempo for me. But I just relax. I love doing outdoor stuff. Like anything that's to do with outdoors. So like camping, fishing. Like in Austin, Texas is a very big place in Texas as far as like campgrounds. You can float the river. There's music festivals. So I'm always in Austin just doing stuff like that. I like being outdoors. So I would think that'd be my my biggest thing.
You're in a good spot here in Southwestern Ontario. Lots of that kind of stuff to do. Are there any guys on the team that are kind of like you, or that you relate to, or anybody that you really like hanging out with?
The thing that's so crazy about it is like, this might be one of the first teams that I've actually been with that everybody hangs out with everybody. Usually, like if we're doing something around the city, or if we're doing something, you know, like bowling or something, you'll usually see a group of like 8 of us out, and which you don't really see in most teams. You don't really get that feel, especially in Europe. Like usually it's just the U.S. players, then a couple of Europeans that's with us. So that's the difference. That's a real big difference.
There's I wanted to show you a picture on your Wikipedia page that I don't know if you know about at all, and I don't know, maybe you posted it, but there's a picture of you right there, and you look like you're surfing on Tyrone Watson's shoulder.
Last year, we were on kind of like on a fast break, whatever. He did like a pump fake, and when he pump fake, I went up to block the shot, and he stopped, and I literally landed on his shoulder. And it's probably one of the funniest things. Like, I was on his shoulder, and everybody in the gym broke out laughing. That's how funny it was.
Like one of the best parts is that Tyrone Watson's Wikipedia page is the picture of you on his shoulder.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever encountered. Like everybody literally in the gym. The refs didn't even know what to call. Everybody was just like, just stopped and then just blew the whistle, and everybody just started laughing. But it was really funny.
In all seriousness, the London Lightning is kind of a storied franchise here in the National Basketball League. 2 championships. They've had some struggles in the past 2 years. What are you looking forward to this season?
Win the championship. We have enough talent on our team, from the 1 position all the way down to the 5, to win a championship. We just have to put it together. As long as we work hard and stay focused and work as a team, we have a chance.
For sure. We've got some quick, some kind of lightning fast questions here for you. First, your favorite TV show?
There's Martin, which I liked, but then there's also a TV show that got discontinued, and it's man, I forgot the name of it, but it's quite funny.
We'll get back to it. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie, Gladiator.
Gladiator. Most played song on your iPod?
I don't know.
No. You said you're a big music fan.
I just listen to all types of music, so if I like it, I'm just gonna play I play a list and just let it rotate. So.
Sure. Favorite food?
Favorite food, I love anything that has to do with shrimp, because I love seafood. So like Chinese food, like shrimp, probably shrimp fried rice.
Summer or winter?
Summer, because I can be outdoors more.
Yeah. And your biggest fear?
Biggest fear? Falling off a cliff. For some reason, I always have that dream where I just pop up because I feel like I'm falling off a cliff. I think that's it.
Okay, perfect. It's Nick Okorie for the London Lightning. I'm Tom Fraser. Enjoy.